So, and like another thing is like if you want to correct something about a game, talking about it mid game, being like, you could have done that, it's not gonna do anything. That's not gonna help anybody, because that's just gonna like flush. That's just fucking like too much information all at one point. Like, I mean, honestly, if the game worked like that, then we need to just sit here and everyone pause the game. Let's stop and let this guy tell a story about what could have happened or what we should have done, because that's stupid. Like, so you have to learn. Like, okay, I did this with every single other player. Devin knows exactly what I'm talking about. Like, you have to be like, okay, a second in the future is a second forgotten. Does that make sense? Does anyone understand what that means? A second in the future is a second forgotten. Means that the next second, something else is going to happen. No matter what happens, you have already forgotten about it before the next second comes. So if you get a double kill, you scream as soon as you get that double kill, you have just forgotten that you got that double kill. You are back to focus. You are back to focusing on what needs to be done to win the game. If bullshit happens, they get a triple kill snipe on you, you get out BR'd, you fucking get shit on, we're not using teamwork, something's pissing you off, someone warriors you, you have just forgotten about it because the next second came. A second in the future is a second forgotten. That makes sense? So without that attitude, we are not going to win any games at all. I played with aptitude. I played with the biggest bitches on the game. If they had not done that, we would have not done good at Raleigh. Toxic, you can ask Toxic and Chris. Both of them are the type of players that will literally bitch at each other about something. Chris will go, Mark, what the fuck did you do? Why didn't you just push with me here? And then Mark will be like, dude, shut the fuck up. You weren't using teamwork. And they start going back and forth. It's like the suds, man. That's number one. Number two, when bullshit happens, you have forgotten about it. Like, honestly, like I was bitching at the beginning of the night, but I'm not gonna, if I'm gonna get online and scrim, then I'm not gonna bitch either, because it's a complete waste of everyone's time. It's a waste of all three of your time if I get on and bitch. So the same thing works, but vice versa. If one of you bitch, you're wasting all three of our times, plus your own. So you're wasting the whole team's time. So I'm gonna make that choice right now, not doing it. And if I do, I'm just gonna be like, my bad, move on. End of story. Because I don't want to get on and practice, and I know that no one else wants to get on. Like, no one can honestly say that tonight was fun. And Devin's already been through this a million times with me. So I like Devin. I have no issue with Devin at all. But one person, if let's say all three of you are having a positive attitude and I start having a bad attitude, that means that I'm going to be bringing all three of you down. So think about that in your own shoes.
Where were those kids going anyway? Were they done?
Yeah, they're done. One had to go eat, and the other one got off. When we scrim, when we play, first of all, we scrim like we play at a tournament. That doesn't mean you have to try it necessarily as hard or that you need to be screaming at the top of your lungs. It just means that you have to have the exact same attitude in scrim as you have in tournament. Because if you allow yourself to let go of bullshit, if you allow yourself to forget about it and just woo-saw, fucking just forget, then we're going to get better practice, we're going to get better results, we're going to get more wins, we're going to be playing better, and we're actually going to be able to find out what really is our issue come LAN. If we're sitting here bitching, then number one, it's going to cause us to have to focus on stop bitching first. Then we can actually realize what we're doing wrong in game. But we can't realize what we're doing wrong until the bitching stops and the attitude stops. That's number one. Number two, when you say something, when anything comes out of your mouth, you have to figure out, is that worth saying or was that completely worthless? I told Jordan when I went to the last LAN with him, he would say this. Well, I just got triple teamed. Well, I just got triple teamed again. Just got double teamed. What does that mean? Who double teamed you? Did you get 1 week? Do they have a sniper? Where are they? Fucking, you just missed like 7 different things you could have come out that could have come out of your mouth. So like, it's just silly. And I've been in the worst, one of the best / worst experiences of my life was going to a LAN, the NJ Halo LAN before Raleigh, before I got top 12, and I went, and it was me, Devin, Aptitude, and Toxic, our full roster. We didn't have headsets, but we played against Twilight, Adrenaline, Milk, and Minority, and they all had headsets. Now, that's not the reason why we lost. We won Game 1 and Game 2, landslide victory, like literally 5-0, and we staked them on the Slayer. We get to Game 3. We are down 2-1 on Element Flag. Chris fucking starts melting down, freaking out. Just, what the fuck? We're not using any team, and we're not doing this right. We're not doing that. Toxic, what are you doing? Help me, team shot. Oh my god, what the fuck? We're not doing, like, just the whole 9 yards. We're just losing by 1 flag cap. Freaking out. And so he starts freaking out at Toxic. Toxic starts freaking out on him. I'm like, let it go, guys. Let it go. Whatever. No, we lose that game. Then Game 4, freaking out even more. Lose that game. Then Chris spikes his controller. Then we're into Game 5. We're sitting there in Game 5, and they're freaking out. No one's talking. I'm just completely pissed off and fed up because we literally are about to lose this series all because someone decided to throw a hissy fit. That's the only reason. That's the only reason why we lost that series. Because one person decided to bring every single other person down. We left that LAN. Number one, we lost the series. They came back on us and beat us 3 games in a row. Number 2, I walked away from that series and I was literally like, that was the most pathetic performance I've ever seen in my entire life. Honestly, straight up. That's exactly what I said. Devin can vouch for that. I have never been more embarrassed in my entire life to ever go to anything Halo related than that moment. So when we think about practice from now on, let's think about how valuable that first place is to you at a tournament. If the first place is not that valuable, then bitch up a storm and we can just have an attitude and we'll just, dick off. And I won't try as hard. I won't call out, whatever. That's what we can do. Because that's fine. I would love to waste my money. But if that first place is more valuable to you than you bitching, then put that into perspective. Because that's how I want to start running practice. Because it seems like when everything's going great, when we're team shotting, when we're playing like the Suds yesterday, and we're raping them, everything's perfect and everything's hunky-dory. But then when something starts going wrong, and you know what, it wasn't just connection that series. Those kids were they started beating us because we had a bad attitude. It was really like, oh my gosh, like we're not doing this, we're not doing that. Like, what do we have to do to win? Get on weapon times. And I don't mean just OS. We have to get on snipers, get on rockets, ask each other questions, talk. Communication is the most important thing in Halo. So, let's do that tomorrow. Agreed? If we're going to practice tomorrow, let's do that tomorrow.